There we go. Alright, we're recording now. But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of these people who lost their respect for me, oh, 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 how can I gain the respect back? Oh, I must seek wisdom. I must find someone who knows what they can do to help me. I'm losing respect on the internet. uh, like I was saying, they were my fans until I attacked something they liked and something that their leaders, I attacked their leaders as well. I embarrassed the entire community. I I attacked Marvel vs. Capcom and Capcom, and one thing I noticed a lot of these commentators have? Videos of them playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Well, I guess they're gonna blind themselves over a video game, and it's not like I ain't told them the truth. BBC told them the truth. And just because they want to defend something that's bad, and they look bad by doing it, they blame me. Like Lee Casual Gamer did. If it weren't for people like BBC, we wouldn't have people like MDCE making videos showing empathy for the companies and DLC. That just showed me right there and just proved what my suspicions were. It's just so easy, just so gosh darn easy. I mean, I had Barney Fags as my fans, and these same Barney Fags attacked Thomas the Tank Engine fans. They attacked Sonic fans. But when I turned towards their little fan base, oh man. Now BBC is an elitist, and now he's just a jerk. I still got a video on my computer in Chicago of some guy apologizing to all the Sonic fans and the Thomas fans that he's attacked because of me. And he says, I now realize what BBC does once he's turned his attention to one of my friends, Tuner 1994. This guy, Super Godzilla, whatever his name is, was a fan of mine until I attacked Tuner for wanting to have sex with a frog, and for being a high schooler who still likes to watch Barney and pretends to be on phone calls with Sawyer the cat from Cats Don't Dance. These people think I care and they unsubscribe? Someone subscribes every couple of minutes on my channel. Every time a person says I unsubscribe, 15 more people that day join up. These people come to me. They can't handle. They can't handle this nigger right here. This nigger right here just completely controls these people on the internet. Like every time they switch on their computer and open their browser, they just BLACKbusterCritic. people like Naminator 5, also known as Miko Espion, who's usually in the user streams. This guy doesn't like me. This guy hates everything I do. But he'll still leave 20 to 40 comments on a video. It's funny, because on all the commentators' commentaries, he's leaving good comments. Like, oh yes, you did a great job, and yeah, BBC's elitist. He doesn't represent PC gamers. You all did a great commentaries on him. But when I make a commentary that destroys every one of their points, He says I'm nitpicking. He and Youngblood left a bunch of comments on my second part of my Ustream video. And those comments were delicious. They were absolutely delicious. And I was going to use those comments in my video. But guess what happened? My channel got flagged down. But because BBC has the foresight, I knew my channel was going bye-bye. I knew it was going. I saved the entire chat, the entire comments area of that Ustream video. So I already got it all saved. But oh yeah, you know, when I was making videos about how the PS3 owned 360, I always said that the PC was still better. And I still gamed on the PC. But it's funny how I really didn't get called a PS3 fanboy back then. I had all three consoles, you know, and people were always like, hey, BBC, I see you have all the consoles. Why do you have all three if you don't like the 360? I'm like, well, I have it simply because, you know, I used to game on it and I got tired of it. I still play a few games on it. I don't have one right now. It's over in Chicago. The one that barely works. I haven't heard anything back from my old account yet, but I don't really care. I'll just stick to this new account. I like the sound of the Blackbuster show. People just can't face the music. It's just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why a black guy has so much power, so much control. You would think I'd be taking over the universe or something. Like, my body is like rapidly expanding and just engulfing the universe. I've bored these people's minds. They get bored. I am a sociopath. I'm a psychopath. I'm obnoxious. I'm rude. I'm a lot of bad things. But if people can't handle it, dun 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 dun, there's something they can do. I make people like, you guys see the people on my channel all the time talking about, I flag BBC, I flag this, I flag that. I get messages like that every day. Every day. It's this black man that makes people go out of their way to hop on to Hotmail, make a new email, hop on to YouTube, make a new YouTube account, link their phone number to their YouTube account, and then spam me with all kinds of freaking messages. And these people dedicate their spare time to simply spamming my YouTube channel. But it always happens after an event. It always happens after I've laid down the law on something. That's one thing I noticed. Like, for example, it's so funny. It's so funny, like, after I did that Ustream, I did those commentaries, like, as soon as I ended the Ustream, I go to my YouTube channel, and guess what I find? My inbox is being botted. And I put a little feed out on that. LOL, my PM box is completely being spammed. And it was like the same message from like the same message but from different YouTube accounts. and it was just boom. It's just funny how these things just magically just happen as soon as I get done destroying someone or something. Oh. And it's just so it's so effortless. Like, I don't get why people take me so seriously. Like, I'm just a personality. I'm just one man on the internet. I'm just one man. I'm just a 23-year-old black guy with a camera, with a 1080p camera. Nothing that I am saying is exclusive to me. Anyone can do what I do. Anyone can know what I know. Information is completely, obtainable. You can get this information if you want. Everything I say, you can find. I'm factual. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, I've been playing Alan Wake. My ED page is a lot better. It is a lot better, and I thank the heavens to bless whoever edited that page. Because before, it was like some cocksucker wrote it, and it was horrible. I don't want to be the only article on ED getting praise from people. The only reason why that page is back up, it was previously deleted. It was previously deleted because it sucked so hard. But someone that was watching my Ustream was editing it as they were watching me, which is pretty cool. But I gotta say, it's a lot better than it was before. Why are we spamming Darkside Phil? Yeah, my blip. Thank you, Youngblood. My blip is BLACKbusterCritic. No, I'm still gonna be on YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. As long as I am here, even when I don't do anything, I control these people. These people stay on their accounts. These people stay on their sock puppets. Simply for the fact that they fear me. And it's just sad, sad, sad. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we're gonna watch the Helter Skelter commentary now. I've already got it downloaded, and we're gonna watch it together. No. Oh. Helter Skelter making a terrible rant about me. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely gonna be some laughs. Definitely. Oh man, oh man. By the way, guys, I've been playing some Alan Wake, and I gotta say, Alan Wake is a pretty decent game. I thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah, on the PC. Even though it could have been a lot better if Microsoft just left it alone. So much better. I mean, I probably gotta go in the INI file and probably change a few settings to get it to run over 60 frames per second. But seriously, there's no excuse for that game to run only at 60 frames per second and even drop even 5 frames. There's just no reason for that. Yeah, I maxed that thing out. I mean, it looks alright. You know, it's not the most impressive game, but it looks okay. Oh, plus, I'm going to do a review of The Tester Season 3. Because, holy crap. There was some hot girls in The Tester. Man, there was some really hot chicks. Except for that really nerdy one, that really nerdy white girl. No, she can go kick the bucket. I don't really care about her. That black one, that Asian one, the goth one, and the redhead, and the Dominican one. You'll be thinking I'm playing a mini game in God of War. Yeah, I watched Ego Raptor. Man, they were freaking hot. They were hot. Especially that goth girl. She had the tattoos and everything. Holy crap. She looked kind of like Megan Fox, but better. Way better. Yeah, I watched it mainly because of Ego Raptor. And he's a cool guy. I could definitely hang out with Ego Raptor. But the way he kind of approached it, yeah, Sky Diddy. That too was hilarious. Sky Diddy was awesome. I wanted Sky Diddy to win. What? How did you hate on Sky Diddy? That dude was so cool. The way he just talked and spoke was just hilarious. Yeah, I know they probably edited Ego Raptor's interview. Yeah, they do that. They just do that. They gotta have some drama in there, as if they didn't have enough already. Look, cockroaches are no big deal to me. You know what's disgusting? Those cockroaches they had, those were like laboratory grown cockroaches. They were clean. They were fine. There was nothing disgusting about those bugs. Now, cockroaches you find outside the labs, those are the nasty ones. And BBC has seen some pretty huge cockroaches. Over at that place I used to work, that apartment complex, infestation of fleas, ticks, mice, cockroaches, dirt and trash piled up in the hallways. In the summer, in buildings that don't have AC. So all that trash just bakes and just sweats on itself. Plus the cockroaches on top of that. That's disgusting. And imagine having to wrestle someone down and handcuff them amongst all that trash. We had one of those little, you know those little flames you can get? Little canister, and you can like get a little flame going? We have to use that before we enter our own office. because we don't want to, risk dragging, eggs of fleas and ticks and everything from stepping in those people's carpets. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, those people, they were crazy. Oh man, they were crazy. Ghetto niggas. One of my partners got hot grease poured on him. Hot grease. Just because we went up in there to bust up their party. They were, frying some chicken, of course, and they poured hot grease on my partner. Now, luckily, he had like 3 layers on, so it didn't get in contact with his skin, but it still burnt him. He still got burned pretty bad. But they didn't pour any hot grease on me, probably because I'm actually nice to these people, which I really shouldn't be because a lot of people are trash. But it's that niceness that I give those people that, they'll give me information about things that happen. They'll call me in case of emergencies. And they bring me stuff. They'll bring me, what's that drink called? A Red Bull. They'll bring me Monsters. They'll bring me chips. They'll even order me a pizza. So there's some old ladies that live over there. They'll cook me dinner and stuff. We're not supposed to, take stuff from people, that live over there because a lot of things have happened in the past where they drugged the guards, where they put pubes in the food that they gave the guards and stuff. So we're not supposed to accept anything from those people. Yeah, it was pretty nasty over there. Pretty nasty. Anyway, let's start this Helter Skelter. This Helter Skelter rant. This rant on a black guy on the internet.
I already know BLACKbusterCritic will have his dick riding sheep that he calls fanboys on me at Youngblood Fantasy and our special guest's ass. But let's be real here.
Oh, Youngblood is in this video as well? Interesting.
We all do not care. I mean, I just got finished being threatened over some over-obsessive boyfriend, and honestly, if BLACKbusterCritic can be an asshole who takes shit seriously, then I can be a fun-loving dick.
It kind of sounds like you're taking stuff a little too seriously. Holy crap, this guy is pretty serious. Can you guys hear it okay? Youngblood Fantasy. The Nation of Johnny K. The Helter
Hello,
Skelter.
people. This is Loud and Styles, being joined by Youngblood Fantasy, and this is another Helter Skelter Rant. That is correct. And we are being joined by Stoner Philosophy. Yeah, this is a pretty gay honor. And Dive Bomb Rebel.
Okay. So 4 people got together on Skype. Four people got together on Skype to do a rant about a black man on the internet.
Well, first of
can't be here, Yuko.
Anyway, today's topic for this little Helter Skelter rant is BLACKbusterCritic, and if you kind of heard
What's going on with the mics here?
my disclaimer at the beginning, you know where this is going.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a topic of ill repute to many people because apparently
I predict a pretty big comment section after this video.
Let's look at the comments area. Only 103 comments. Okay. Okay. It's not much of a backlash, with only 7 dislikes. Oh, look at this guy. He says, "Great rant, guys. BBC is becoming more disappointing by the second. By Super Charmander 1. I guess anyone related to Pokemon is just not going to like me anymore. And Pokemon is the one thing I've never talked about.
yeah, that or just the fact that since we are indirect parts of the community, we're automatically going to be blackballed and wrong.
Watch, we all get blamed for the big flag that happened. But anyways,
And they say that they're going to get blamed for the flagging that happened. What does that have to do with anything?
I'll explain what actually happened before we get into it.
Okay, so basically, BLACKbusterCritic, when he was gone away from the internet, basically fucked off from it, doing God's work, America's work, being in boot camp for the Navy, his account got terminated. So once he came back and got his account back and did the regular things that BLACKbusterCritic always does, shit on the gaming community, talk shit about them, try to piss people off, blah 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 blah. There was a Ustream in which there were a couple of people, Gligar, Esper, and
Whose mic is that? That is ridiculous. You can't even turn it up loud because that noise is louder than the freaking video.
many others who were part of the commentary community. And ever since then, BLACKbusterCritic has now made his target towards the commentating community.
And this is like the, fifth time the commentating community has been targeted.
I've lost count.
Fifth, I think this is like the building.
Exactly. If we all had $1 for the many times the commentary community has been targeted by someone, we'd be richer than every YouTube person in the world, apparently.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of ass pies in this community, so, I'm not surprised.
Oh wow, he's calling you guys ass pies. Holy crap. Evidently, he hasn't heard most of the commentators. I mean, the ones I did a commentary on clearly have some sort of burger from Cartman. Clearly. One talks like this, and BBC, and yeah, guys, I hit people here, get their opinions. And hello everybody, it's that time of year again. We're doing something called the Earth Hour. My community is ass pie-ish.
Yeah.
I just also think that we're like...
That reminds me, Navigator 5 told me he won't talk to me on Skype because he has a terrible lisp. Is that lisp going to nullify your words? It'll probably make you hard to understand, but if you're going to talk to me, I'm there to talk to you. And I don't know if he's here in the chat, but I don't really care if you have a lisp or not.
target because, yeah, as James W. Clark said, yeah, there's a lot of people here that are, very hypersensitive, and we understand that. I personally know, because I've been a member of this community for, I guess, 2 years. That's what my approximation is why. But see, here's the thing. The main issue I have with all this is targeting the commentating community thing, although it's kind of like, jumping to a rational conclusion, They also say that we jumped on the bandwagon of just despising BLACKbusterCritic when we have like 5 or 6 videos of people saying the commentating community is shit. Now tell me if that isn't a bandwagon.
Oh yeah, not to mention BLACKbusterCritic. He jumps on the bandwagon so many times. Hey, remember the time he made a Christian video in 2011?
Oh my god, I laughed.
And I said in that video that this isn't necessary, so I'm just going to highlight my favorite parts from the Christian sagas. That's what I said. I said there's nothing I could possibly say that hasn't been said already, yet I'm just going to highlight my favorite parts. How is that a bandwagon?
Hey, you know, BLACKbuster a little late to the party there.
Yeah, dude, I fucking laughed when I saw that.
Like,
That was
seriously. How the fuck can people jump on bandwagons when BLACKbusterCritic jumps on something that's deader than Dive Bomb Rebel's love life and his entire culture, which is Jewish?
Well, I mean, you know, this whole bandwagon thing, I mean, with the BLACKbusterCritic and the
Dude,
company.
not to mention, he jumped on one of the biggest bandwagons ever, ranting about Sonic fags.
Ranting about Sonic fags, I went after specific Sonic fags that I myself found and discovered and talked about, like King Master Review, like Sonic fags in the news. I don't see anyone else doing that. What's the point here? I destroyed Inu Boy. I did a lot of crazy. Michael Dragon 800, Gup till 89.
Yeah, but anyways, the thing with this whole fucking, like, bandwagon thing, it's like a...
Are they really going to harp on the whole bandwagon thing? Because clearly it was a bandwagon because Gligar put his video up. Then the other one said they were going to put theirs up because they were inspired by Gligar. And then became one big massive roll of fail. And after I did the commentaries on them, they got butthurt. They called me for 2 hours on Skype while I was talking to my girlfriend. And it just went downhill for them from there. They make videos about their own community, you know, jump on the bandwagon and how they shouldn't do it, but then they do it themselves. Like Elite Casual Gamer. He says, this bandwagon problem, it's getting ridiculous in the commentating community, and I'm guilty of it too. And that was like maybe a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, and then he does it again. The reason why these people jump on the bandwagons is simply because they think they found an easy target. If there has been more than one video made on somebody, then no one is doing it right. These people have like 7th degree commentaries. They have a commentary on a commentary on a commentary on a commentary on a commentary. You guys, that's one big cluster of stupid. If someone cannot end it with one commentary, then it shouldn't be made at all. There shouldn't be any commentaries on my commentaries because I ended it. I didn't leave any room for arguments because I delivered the facts and that's it. It's dead. I cut it off. I'm on this side of the bridge. You're over there. Civilization, wilderness. And I cut the bridge down. There is no getting across. You can either jump to your death or starve to death out there in the wilderness. And plus, there's so many things they could do to make those, degree commentaries easier to follow, which I don't know why no one does, but I'm going to save that for my new rules that I'm going to give the commentating community when I take over. That video is coming up pretty soon. I'm setting guidelines for the commentating community on what's okay to do and what's not okay to do.
Cycle. It's like there's one bandwagon, which leads to another bandwagon. The people jump on to get to one bandwagon, and how many times can I say fucking bandwagon? That leads to just more bandwagons. I mean, seriously.
I like to think of it as a materialist dialectic in which, there is a thesis, antithesis, and synthesis, and it's just a never-ending cycle of ridiculosity, as I like to call it.
No, I think this time we should jump on the stagecoach, the bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of being in the bandwagon. It kind of stinks back here.
I'll jump on Red Wagon instead.
No,
Hey guys, there's a truck wagon down the street.
Chuck wagon.
actually, I kind of want to get into the Mercedes because I kind of like that better.
Yeah, let's all join in on the Mercedes. That'd be amazing. But no, but you think him just taking a few shots at the commentary community would be done, right? No. So Youngblood over here makes a video, which it should be really obvious that the minute that Youngblood makes a video about BLACKbuster Critic himself, he's gonna get a shit ton of people who are basically blind sheep, just like BLACKbuster Critic himself.
Yet they can never prove how I'm a blind sheep. They cannot prove and give me one instance of when I've been biased. They can't give me a single example. Like you yourself, Youngblood, I asked you when we were on Skype to give me one example, just one, to back up your claims. I asked you that. Couldn't do it. Not a single example. And it's just sad. Yeah, I'm a black sheep. Oh yeah. What the? Oh, there it is. What? Oh, I put it away. And they say that, my fans say the exact same things I say, but I only give the facts. So if people follow what I say, they're going to be right. Because these people, all they can talk about is what I've done and how I am. They can't counter a single point. This entire video, I'm guessing, is ad hominem. Because they can't counter anything that I say. All they can do is talk about what I do and, oh, BBC is this, BBC is that. And the fact that four, I'm guessing, grown men came together to make this rant is even more hilarious.
But
Talking
you know
shit.
what's the case with any big user?
Yeah, I know. And he makes a video about BLACKbuster Critic, and he gets shit for it. And
the reason why Youngblood got shit for his video was because it wasn't a very good video. Youngblood stated in his video, for example, that I am biased. But Youngblood can't give a single example of when I've been biased. I asked Youngblood himself to give me an example. Couldn't do it. I also asked Youngblood, how could you possibly say I am biased if you know nothing about gaming? Youngblood hasn't gamed this generation or the previous generation for his own personal reasons. You gave plenty of examples. Give me an example, Youngblood, of when I've been biased. Give me one example. Give me a quote. Find something I've said that was just so outright biased. I asked you this in our Skype chat. And you said that you've listened to the Skype chat at least 10 to 15 times. That's what you said last time you were here. Okay, so you say I'm biased by giving a generalization that everyone is biased, which still doesn't defeat my point, and it doesn't answer the question that I presented to you. I say, give me an example. One example. Just one. Because this man right here is factual. Youngblood? Where did I say that? Where did I say that? Youngblood, can you tell me everything that I've stated in that video? Because I gave specifications of why a PC fanboy is this and why a console fanboy is that. So you're going to ignore all that I've said to make your point for a quote that I didn't even say? What did I say PC fanboys were actually fanboys of? What did I say? Can you remind me? What did I say PC fanboys were fanboys of? Their own personal computer. Now, what did I say you can do with your personal computer? So, you see what I'm getting at here? You see what I'm getting at? I made a clear distinction between the two. Well, you can watch porn on the PS3 and Wii also, so. But not on 360. Can you have sex with it? No, not really. But you know, there was one time. I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not gonna get into my personal relationships. No, it's just that me and my girl, we were living together for a while, and things weren't going too awesome. But thanks to the power of the PS3, me and my girl got back together. Over a game of God of War, man. But yeah, Youngblood, basically what you just did was take like a thesis statement and just ran with it without reading the rest of the essay, which doesn't make you a very good teacher. You just gave a quote that I didn't even say. You gave a quote that I didn't even say and used that to show that I was biased when actually that was clearly explained in my video. Which isn't a point. Reshiram and Justin, together forever, together forever, together forever. Seventh Level made a video response to the commentating community? Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, for goodness sake, Youngblood, you were talking about my aura. You were talking about auras that I give off. This is your logical reasoning. In the chat, you were talking about my aura. And you know what I told you? I told you get a scouter, look at my aura, and tell me what my power level is. Because that's ridiculous. It was pretty funny. It was a very funny conversation. And like in the chat I had with you, like you were just talking about me, but later on in the chat you were talking about, I understand people come to you and they're like you. I get that, you know, I understand, I get that all the time. But you were doing that the entire time we were talking. Well, what do you expect me to come back with? You're talking about my aura.
No, it's not a double standard. You put double standards on us because you think that you can insult people and make ad hominem attacks, yet when we make ad hominem attacks on you, you just dismiss it. But you have the every right to make ad hominem attacks or insult to people.
The difference is you guys seem to care.
There is no difference, bro. The difference here is we're both making ad hominem attacks. And either way, no one's winning over this, and you're just dismissing. All you're assuming here is you think you know a lot about gaming and you think you know everything, you're leaning down.
I think I know everything.
Yes, you do, because you would make
Of course.
you show that aura in your videos, man.
I show that aura.
Yes.
Well, go get little special cameras to detect my aura and let me know what my power level is.
Okay, what part of tone do you not understand? Because let's say I made a video where I was like just infuriated, angry, pissed off, like how you are, and then I say I
told you exactly how it is.
No, you don't tell me.
Best Mistake knows this as well. You guys get caught up in how I act and how I talk, and you guys ignore the facts that I state simply because you don't like the way I present things, and you don't like the way I talk, and you guys, like you guys did, like you and a couple other people, you guys threw off the handle, you guys made some videos, you made some horrible points, you guys made some terrible comments, you were retracting stuff, the other guy, I forget his name, Mystery or whatever, he ended up retracting stuff, but in the end, you all made poor decisions and poor statements and poor points because you did not listen in the first place, and you were so caught up in me rather than the message. That is not my fault. If you have watched my videos before, you would see I would sneak in, little things like references, like in my Marvel's Capcom 3 video, where a great majority of the video, a lot of what I said was actually Daft Punk music songs. But only certain people caught up on that because certain people were listening to what I was saying. All the people that got angry didn't hear anything and made responses and rants about me and wanted to talk to me on Skype and try to debate me, which they failed. And then here we have you, Youngblood, who jumped onto the bandwagon with some other people who made some horrible comments, like the ones you retracted.
Bandwagon, sure. Bandwagon as in what? Bandwagon as in we can have a different opinion to yours? What part of what is this a bandwagon when we have counterpoints?
They have counterpoints.
Thing, okay? The whole thing is just one outcropping of just you and your, you think of your opinions as facts, which first of all is silly to begin with. Secondly...
Okay, so what part of my opinion, where do I state my opinion in?
Because you say you present facts when it's obviously an opinion.
Okay, give me an example.
What?
Give me an example.
Of what? When you say, okay.
Of me giving an opinion that I present as a fact.
Okay, pretty much any video that you make on the PC community, any video that you make on Marvel and Capcom 3. Okay, any video that people look at, they'll see, ooh, this guy says what he's talking about, but he presents this all as immutable facts, and there's no way we can refute it. And if we refute it, we will probably be in a position.
Well, don't give me what type of video I made. That's not.
The quotes are inherent in the video. I can't just write a transcript of the video and then pull out particular lines because you know what you said. So, and you know how to say it.
Here you're telling me that I state my opinions as fact. You can't give me one example when I've done so.
The examples are presented in your videos. I already mentioned those examples. The examples are your Marvel and Capcom videos, your PC videos that you recently made. Okay,
so Capcom isn't cheating the gamers.
I don't care about that because it really isn't an issue for me. You make it into an issue by generalizing and personalizing.
I'm giving my opinion, stating as a fact, so let me ask you, is Capcom cheating the gamers?
Like I said, that's not an issue. It's a non-issue for me because it really doesn't matter.
As a point where I've given my opinion as a fact. So I'm asking you if Capcom is cheating the gamers, yes or no?
Like I told you, I don't care.
I think I made my point very clear. Very clear indeed. I asked for an example of we're not shown bias. He stated in your Marvel vs. Capcom videos, in your PC gaming videos. I asked him for a single example from those videos from which I have been biased. Can't do it. Can't do it. And Youngblood told me that he listened to this conversation like 15 times. That's what he said on the last Ustream. He listened to it about 15 times since we've had the conversation. That's what he said. And he told me he doesn't see how he got destroyed in this conversation. And what did you guys saw me do it last time? You saw me laugh, and I told you that I'd show you something later. This is just a little snippet from the video I'm preparing. But as you can see, he's talking about my aura that I give off. He can't give any examples. When I asked him to give me an example to back up his claim. What's the problem with the car? And he's lucky these are the only snippets I have because I'm going easy on Youngblood compared to the others. Now that's biased. I should treat Youngblood the way I'm going to do the rest. But no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, that's the point I was trying to make, and he just doesn't understand that I'm making gaming videos. He's saying those gaming videos are biased, yet he holds no knowledge about those subjects. So how could he possibly know whether or not I was biased or not? All he can do is go on what everyone else has said, which is, by the way, a bandwagon. Everything I say can be looked up and can be confirmed as factual. Everybody else, they're just going to have to go out the back door. Sorry, but people who actually think for themselves can come in through the front. But anyway, let's get back to this rant that Youngblood took participation in. Where all they could talk about for the first 6 minutes is bandwagon, 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 and how all my fans have Asperger's.
And here's something funny. This is the first time Youngblood actually did a video where people didn't fucking jump his dick and agree with him.
Which is kind of strange considering how everyone else does it. But see, the thing is, though, I was lulled into a false sense of security in the beginning, given the fact I got 143 likes on the video, and given that I didn't get too much backlash in the beginning, kind of means that a lot of people agree with me on the issue, especially in regards to BLACKbusterCritic's craziness, in regards to just, him blaming.
And Youngblood's big words always bite him, too. They bite him. Because according to Youngblood, I don't know why he's reacting the way he reacted, when in his own words, and from the big words that he uses, he stated that I was an actor. He said I was an actor, yet people, get upset. If I'm acting and people know I'm acting, then why do people react the way they react?
Everybody and making this whole act out of everything,
Yeah.
And even then, I felt this was just something everyone agreed with, and it's like just another typical me video. So at first I was like, okay, whatever, but then suddenly BLACKbusterCritic decides to commentate on that video in one of his news streams, and it's like, everything you said is wrong, everything you said is this, everything you said is...
Is that what I did, guys? Is that what I did? That right there sounds pretty biased. Prove that I am biased, Youngblood. People said I was biased against the Xbox 360, even though they could not refute a single point that I presented. Maybe my points stem from facts. Maybe my points stem from cold, hard, factual evidence. Yes, I do have opinions, but I only give my opinions, and I only state when it's my opinion. I'll tell you when it's my opinion or not. So wait, are you going back on what you said before? Because you actually agreed to what Nikon Aqua? You actually agree with Nikon Aqua's video, and all he did was state the same thing I said. That's all he did. He told you guys, yeah, the way BBC is, he does that just to rile people up, but he's right. And you actually agreed to what he said, but now you're disagreeing. So now you're going back on another thing. Now you're retracting again. I think I got that clip too.
This whole issue. The whole issue stems from the fact that, again, you're not understanding that my point about the whole PC and console war is that it's full of nothing.
Oh, give me a second.
This whole issue. The whole issue stems from the fact that, again, you're not understanding that my point about the whole PC and console war is that it's full of nothing. It only is there to start arguments, to start stupid side arguments that don't even amount to anything. Okay, I got a response to my video from Nikon Aqua Magna 2, okay? And he presents this things in a clear, mature manner. He countered my points.
Youngblood, you're stating that he countered your points.
Defended you.
He defended me.
While trying to
the same points that I made.
You're interrupting me, bro. Come on.
Let me just state that on my
He
side.
made the exact same points that I made.
But he didn't think he knew everything about the games.
Sadly, so he counted your points, which is basically he made the same points that I made, but the only difference is that he didn't present himself the way a black guy on the internet presented himself. And that's okay. But now you're stating that I'm biased, and you're basically going back on what you said.
He didn't think that this is all one huge freaking war and that
When did I say I knew everything? When did I say I knew everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very mature statement to make that you think you know everything. Oh, you know everything about gaming. It's a very mature statement. And then, Youngblood, I asked you, like, when did I say I knew everything? Because, you know, I've never said that. One cannot possibly know everything about gaming. And then Youngblood's response is, when did you say you didn't?
When did you say that you didn't?
Okay, when did I say that I knew everything?
You project that aura in all of your videos, bro. When you wear the suit, when you're outside saying that certain video gamers are destroying gaming.
When I wear the suit and go outside. When I wear the suit and go outside, my aura. Impossible! Your power level isn't what my scouter has said! When did I say my power level is only 1,000? Look, Youngblood, sure I probably don't have to raise my power level to 1,000 to say what I'm going to say and do what I got to do. But I'd rather go Super Saiyan level 3 just for the hell of it. The same points emerge. It's just that my hair is longer. My eyebrows have gotten really huge. And I'm making an earthquake.
You assume
Golden
is correct, and that's not. That's facade. That's putting a facade, and that's pretty pathetic considering how
That's called dynamics. That's called
no, it's all being dramatic and over the top and
it's called entertainment, my friend. That's why I went outside and did that. That's why I put on the suit. Come on, bro.
Because no, if you were trying to entertain, you
are you really that hurt about a black guy putting on a suit?
When did I ever say I was hurt? I said it was I didn't say I was hurt. I said that it was a poor way to demonstrate yourself. That's not me being hurt. That's me telling you that that's a silly way to make yourself. What part that implied that I was hurt or angry or anything?
Well, you sound that way. You sound that way.
No, I'm trying to be resolute and I'm trying to be unwavering. I'm not trying to be angry. If the timbre of my voice makes you think that I'm angry, then for all intents and purposes, I'm not. I'm not hurt.
So wait, you can sound like something and portray something, but you're not. But the same can't be said for me.
No, you portray yourself and show your mood in the exact same manner.
Like a double standard.
You assume.
So he can claim I'm something by his own perception, but when I do the same thing, that's not going to work. And then Youngblood made this, where is that at?
I know that Vesper did present his points in a very poor manner, and that I understand. And I know that Gligar did, and that I understand. However, when it comes down to me, I'm not like those guys. I actually think this stuff through, and I know for a fact that when you're talking about trivial stuff, and you go back to the same points over and over, that means to me
going back to the same points over and over.
And in the end, you make yourself horribly opinionated.
TMOT, you are a true hero. Thank you for making this. You are now permanently in my debt. BBC is over the top, BBC is ridiculous, and BBC is argumentative idiot who starts stealing wars because he wants to defend his own shit. It's really ridiculous, and not to mention he's an egotistical, histrionic jerk when he wants to be. Again, TMOT, you did us all a favor.
Okay, so that did sound over the top. However, the parts about you being egotistical stand. The parts about you being obnoxious stand, and the parts about you being histrionic stand. You want to know why they stand? Because the presentation of your videos, the fact that you think your perspective is so superlative, right, that you don't even listen to the other side. That's what you make yourself to be. Hence, ego.
I don't listen to the other side when I experience both sides. Why do I have to listen to the other side when I have the other side too? But yeah, Youngblood, that was just a few examples of that conversation that were interesting parts.
Ignorant, and I'm like, no, technically not. Think about it this way, okay? If you have a preference for either side, you're fine. But if you have a preference and you just think that one is better than the other, okay, great. But you don't have to shove it in our faces. I mean, it's not like, this is just one huge contest to see who's right or wrong. It's just you choosing something over the other. And yeah, there are a myriad of advantages to PC gaming, but there's also some disadvantages. And if you don't take that into consideration, you don't have.
Like what? What are the disadvantages? People just stating disadvantages and people just roll with it. People walk away from statements like that just thinking PC has disadvantages and they don't have the examples in their head.
A fully well-rounded opinion.
Yeah, like the thing is, I mean, BLACKbusterCritic has this weird, he lives in this weird bubble where apparently you can be just totally unbiased about something when really everyone is biased about fucking.
Yeah, I mean, how everyone here has their own likes and is therefore has their bias for one thing over another.
That's technically bias, like how Blackbuster likes PC over consoles. That's a bias, and for some reason, that is not a bias. That is
Show me the bias. There's 4 of you there. Let's see if one of you show me the bias.
Admit that I'm biased when he can't admit that he's biased. I admit that I'm wrong. I admit.
If console gaming never existed, would PC gaming shape into the gaming Goliath it currently is? I don't know. I can't really answer a question that would have to be altered in history in order to find out. I don't think anybody could possibly answer that question. I mean, all the consoles really are standalone, computers made for one specific purpose, made for one specific, operating system. Let's finish this first. And if you want to chat, we'll chat.
I'm biased, and then he's all, nope, I'm always right, and nope, I'm always wrong.
Well, that's some pretty, biased statements there. Nope, I'm always right. Maybe I'm right for the fact that everything I say is factual and can be looked up and confirmed by anyone who watches my videos. That's not being biased. That's stating the facts.
that be biased? No, not really.
Well, because everyone is biased.
Well, I mean, unless you're like biased against other people, let them in the story. But moving on.
But yeah, and I know a lot of people are probably gonna go, "Well, you guys are pretty retarded. You do know that BLACKbusterCritic is only doing this to piss people off, right? You do know that he likes to be an asshole, and he knows he is. Yeah, we know he's an asshole, and we could be equal.
Well, I know he also
dickish, you know."
Sorry.
Okay, we know BBC is an asshole, but we can equally be dickish. Man, and 4 brains went into this video? Holy crap.
But, I mean, at the same time, he's kind of also making himself look like an ass pie. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I make fun of people on a regular basis. I mean, that's just me. I act like an asshole all the time.
Yeah, I mean...
The internet has turned me into a cynical asshole. But the thing is, he is just doing it in the completely wrong way. He's doing it to where you can't really relate to the guy because he's just so egotistical. You can't.
Okay, so I'm supposed to do my videos in a way so people can relate to me on the internet. When it's me, that's not really the important part of the video. What is so special about me?
Can't really say, oh yeah, I can totally see where he's coming from, and he's doing it in a cynical way. No, I do it in sort of a relatable way. Like, you could, say, yeah, I can kind of agree with this guy. No, this guy's just egotistical.
Not to mention... Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. He's just using it to fucking cover his ass. I mean, fuck.
Dude, not to mention, I have a history of making fun of people in the comments strictly, and I'm sorry, I don't want to say how he does this shit, but he's not making fun of him right. I'm sorry, you're supposed to, make... Damn it. You don't make fucking hour-long commentaries on a 10-minute video. That just makes you as bad as the other faggots in the community.
Yes,
Exactly.
Maybe it's an hour long because there was so much wrong in that video, and there's so much information to dish out to people, so that there is no questions, so that there is no doubts, and people walk away educated. That's my main goal. I don't care how long the video is. You guys have seen me make 4-part videos, 5-part videos before when I first opened my channel. Length does not matter. Information and facts is key. And that's why people watch my videos, because people can trust what I say and people can rely on the facts that I dish out. That's why people like my videos, because I'm factual. Anyone can do what the commentating community does, which is basically just say the opposite of what the person says or imitate what they say and leave it at that. And that's what you guys saw in those commentaries that they commentary on. That's basically all they did.
That's something that commentary faggots, 3rd-gen faggots, really, just mediocre, guys that no one takes seriously, even though it's just a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Fucking Steven the Master knows not to make an hour-long video on a 10-minute video.
I followed Roger's video.
Not to mention that video was very high quality, was factual, and entertaining at the same time.
Well, I think he's also a retard. Okay, an hour-long commentary on a 10-minute video, that is not funny. How is this entertaining? You're just gonna drag... It's basically him just dragging out his points on PC gaming for an extra 50 minutes. I also I know better, but you could have condensed it in at least 20 minutes, at least.
I also think that, sorry for constantly interrupting, but I also think that BLACKbusterCritic is, pretending to be, someone who's completely different when it comes to commentating. I know, and it's when he claims stuff in the word of the commentator. So let's go through a short list of things that he did. He promises not to interrupts everyone because he says most commentators interrupt. 15 minutes into his Gligar video, he interrupts Gligar in mid-sentence. And even with the other videos...
15 minutes into my Gligar video? Oh, well, let's see. Let's see if Youngblood gave at least one example of something. Okay, he said 15 minutes into the video.
Well, everyone, this is the video. This video, if you don't want to use...
I can buy console games from there, so what are you trying to get at?
As you guys can see, he clearly wasn't paying attention to what I said. There was a little snippet in there where I said, if you don't want to use Steam, not every PC gamer likes Steam, but because
I started at the 15-minute marker.
of the freedom on the PC, they have the option to get the games from whoever they like, and even if they want to get from Steam, they can still patch their game, and they can run the game without Steam, and even play online without Steam. Games like Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2. Patch it, play it without Steam.
And not only that, but some of those PC game stores, when you buy using other stores like Direct-to-Drive, sometimes they actually make you just give you a Steam key, which is kind of like, you know, just as bad as what consoles do, according to you.
Well, firstly, Direct-to-Drive is a very bad example for you to use because Direct-to-Drive is GameFly now. So obviously you don't know what you're talking about. And secondly, yeah, some online distributors do only sell keys. But you know what? You can still patch your game, and you can still use those games without the services that they're bundled with. That includes games from Windows Live, Steam, Origin, or any other place. But you know this, Gligar, because you told me yourself that you play Modern Warfare multiplayer without Steam when that's where you got it from. And after countering all that, your very last point makes no sense whatsoever now. You have choices.
Okay, I don't see where I interrupted him. I let him finish his sentence, and I commentated. Okay.
that he has, like he interrupts himself to talk for like 30 minutes about the same point he made in the video, which is pretty much circular and redundant, even though he blames Gligar for redundancy, and also he blames Gligar for spamming his video. When clearly BLACKbusterCritic is spamming his own video by talking about at length his points for 20-25 minutes at a time. Now tell me...
I talked at length for 25 minutes? Seriously, Youngblood? These are the points you're making? In a 4-way rant about me? Holy crap. Wow. Huh. Well, you guys who know my DeviantArt account, I posted a picture of what Gligar's rant looks like before you render it. The very bottom line is my recorded audio. Show me where I've talked at length for 10 to 20 minutes. You won't see it.
That isn't hypocritical, and I mean that word in every fiber of my...
And so he's calling me hypocritical with a point that he backed up saying that I talked at length for 10 to 20 minutes when that in fact didn't happen. So here we have Youngblood lying outright in a 4-way rant about me. I don't have to lie about people. I don't have to make up things about people. But people with no points have to do this. And that's what I said in all 3 of those commentaries. They had to make up their own definitions and their own points to support themselves the same way that Youngblood is doing that now.
I'm not throwing that word around not knowing what it means because he's saying one thing and doing another. That's a charlatan. That's hypocritical. That's two-faced. Come on.
I mean, just fuck every like thing that you would consider a cliche and a bad commentary.
And every time I write out the outline of my video for the end of the commentating community, I always get more things to put in there. Always.
Blackbuster fucking does, and he claims to be the leader of the commentary community. He's never even really been in the commentary community.
Yeah, I know.
He had
Man, these dudes are serious Sallies. These dudes are taking this serious.
Fucking touched it
He
until
made one commentary, like he made one commentary on Gubtail 89. That's another bad man, Gubtail 89.
oh yeah.
right. You
The only reason I participate. Sorry, you go first, Loud. You go first.
Yeah, you jump on the Gubtail bandwagon. Yeah, everybody.
Guptail bandwagon. All I do is make a video about Guptail's top 10 hottest Sonic girls. I didn't jump on any bandwagon. I made a Sonic brain fart on Guptail 89 as well. These guys are pretty stupid. I mean, the stuff that they're saying is pretty crazy. And the fact that they all agree with each other is like a circle jerk of chimpanzees.
The commentary community are total idiots for doing the same thing, right?
The only reason I participated in the Guptail bandwagon is because Guptail had the temerity to respond to what I said. So, I mean, it's like, okay, since he addressed me, since he called me out by username, it's like, okay, that warrants a response. Because he called me out. But
Blackbuster,
the Blackbusters all, nope, I'm going after old targets from 2009 because I feel rehashing the same topic over and over is only going to get me more views. Which, coincidentally, it did. And that's why he has.
Whatever I do gets views. I don't have to rehash anything. If it's new to me, it's new to me. Yeah, and Guptail called me out too, but I didn't really care.
He had 35,000 subscribers as of his previous two accounts, plus the 8,000 he got on his Blackbuster TV account, which was terminated, plus like the 2,000 to 3,000 that he has in his Blackbuster library. See, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of sheeple in the Blackbuster Critic fan base. And unfortunately for Blackbuster Critic,
maybe people just think I'm an entertaining guy. Maybe that's why people watch me. Everyone is not a sheeple.
while he can say that his fan base is better than others, in actuality, it's just as bad as other fan bases that follow huge YouTube partners and other people like that. There's always that possibility that it will be populated by stupid people. I can even make the argument about PC gaming that he says that Steam consists of the best people ever. It's like, no, because the human condition allows for stupid people to conglomerate, and then if you have the accessibility that PC gaming has to other alternatives, as BPC mentioned, then those stupid people proliferate and go to other websites.
Did you really say that Steam has the best community?
Yeah, this one has Ustreams.
no.
No, it doesn't.
Dude,
The fuck
Steam is so
fuck
bronies
you
and furries. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Steam, dude, there's a whole, there's just a whole community of Team Fortress 2 faggots who obsess over the game. How the fuck can you say that?
Team Fortress 2 is a free game. It's a game anyone can own, anyone can play. And the only reason why people know that this person is a furry or that person is a brony on the PC platform is because people have the freedom to express themselves. You don't have that on the consoles. I can change my username at any time. Okay, so bronies and furries aren't allowed to play on Steam? It's the internet. It's the freaking internet. And so there aren't any furries and bronies that play on the consoles then. Is that what we're saying? Holy crap. I gotta say, Youngblood, I don't get disappointed that often, but this video is pretty disappointing. And if you're on Steam, crying about people being furries and bronies, get off the internet. Just get off the internet. I mean, wow, this video is probably one of the worst out of... Wow. Holy crap.
And these are all generalizations that he makes, and yet we can't make them. Sorry.
Dude, I mean, it's like all services have their fucking, bad people on it, PSN, Xbox Live, the whiny little kids on Call of Duty, while Steam has the 4chan faggots and bronies on Team Fortress 2.
Exactly.
And
So don't play Team Fortress 2 if that's what you really think. Host your own Team Fortress 2 server with the Team Fortress 2 dedicated server application that you can get right off of Steam. Control who goes in and out of your server. Holy crap.
Fucking bronies and furries and shit.
Oh my god, it's just like, Steam is not the best.
It's
No
not.
one could say it. Because
And I've fucking been on Steam. I was on it last night at the TF2 match, and all I heard was fucking pony memes for all the ears could hear.
Oh, don't forget the mic stabbing.
oh yeah, the mic spamming, just...
your face. That over and over.
Mic spamming. I guess that doesn't happen on the consoles. Plus, you can mute people's mics as well. So if you're too stupid to mute your mic, I don't know what to do for you. If you're too stupid to get on an official server, I don't know what to do for you.
Or the Half-Life 2 DJ program lets you spam music.
Yeah, that's so stupid. I hate that sort of mic spamming idea. It's really ridiculous.
And the whole Gmod community, where they just put in the stupidest fucking shit, and it's just like, oh my god. Like,
Okay, now he's talking about Gmod, which is basically an application where you can create whatever you want. And he's saying that the things people put into Gmod is stupid. Does he know the thousands of things that gets put into Gmod? Some of the most hilarious videos on YouTube are Gmod videos. Like the Left 4 Dead ones, the Team Fortress 2 ones. Seriously, Youngblood, you should be pretty embarrassed to be in this little circle jerk of pixelized avatars. Holy shit. Oh man. I don't often feel this way, like absolute disappoint. Like last time I felt like this I was watching a Kingmaster review video. I was just speechless and just... Look, let me give you a little word of advice. The more you people talk about me, the more ammo you give me. This conversation happened well after everything happened, and yet you continue giving me more ammo. And you continue, and I'm just going to say, you made an ass of yourself in this video. A straight up ass of yourself. Oh man.
Like Shadowhunter, you showed me one time that there was like a 50 megabytes of zero suits.
Oh my god, I bet on fairies.mod.org. Someone made like a ragdoll pack of like different colored ragdolls and zero suits.
In bikinis and stuff. It was like
Keep fucking bikini.
Someone had to literally like design the bikini.
Here's another thing about BLACKbusterCritic. He blamed the commentary community for his account being terminated. Or did we already talk about that?
Oh yeah, and he's blaming the commentary community, yet he wants to lead it.
Which is funny considering how he says in the beginning of one of his commentaries, I'm going to delineate and I'm going to list these people. If it doesn't apply to you, then it isn't you. Then why do you use modifiers like most or all to describe the community? That's a global generalization. I don't understand. Does he even listen to himself before?
I still gave specifications, and if you're not included in what I'm talking about, then, like I said, don't be upset. Again, another commentator not listening. It just seems to be, a common thing here. How many times do I have to freaking say it? And the reason why I'm going to take your little community and lead it is because obviously there is no defined leader. There's no one. You guys don't give each other enough criticism because a lot of commentators I've seen have sucked. Outright sucked. Not just because of the Windows Movie Maker quality, but the actual content of the video itself. The facts, the statements, just irrelevant. I've seen some pretty horrible commentaries. I mean, when it happened, I watched a few from other people, and some of them did make some pretty good ones. Some of them made some factual ones. Gligar made a factual one. Lee Casual Gamer made a factual commentary. But what happens is, people get emotionally invested, and they get distracted from the facts. So I'm taking over so that you guys can improve. Because obviously, from what we have all seen, there's a lot of things you people can improve on your videos. And that's what BBC is here to do. Like, I believe, I don't know if I said this or not in my my Elite Casual Gamer video, but I'm pretty sure I extended my hand to him stating that if he had any commentaries to make on anything game related, he can, talk to me about it first. I'll give him the facts that he would need so that he wouldn't have to make a terrible video. Because obviously you people don't know anything about gaming, even though you guys are trying to make a commentary on a video about gaming. But yes, I extended my hand to Lee Casual Gamer to help him. To help people improve.
Before he posts his videos, like, I can see so many chinks in his logic, and there's so many logical fallacies. Even one of his fans said,
oh, he's talking about a logical fallacy. Let's see if he states my logical fallacy.
I'm taking logic in college, and I see a bunch of fallacies. but that doesn't matter because the person you're commenting on is complete shit. It's like, yeah, but there are still.
I saw that comment. I know what you're talking about. He wasn't talking about my logic. He wasn't talking about my logic. He was talking about elite casual gamers' logic. Wow. Interpretation fail? I believe it's on the Blip TV video for elite casual gamer commentary. You guys can go take a look at that for yourself.
Fallacies involved. You can't just ignore them because the person has a lesser, viewpoint, or they can't defend themselves. Like, think about this.
Maybe they can't defend themselves because they don't have any points and they don't have any facts to back up their claims.
I think a BLACKbusterCritic is falling victim to ad hominem tu quoque and falsum in uno falsum in omnibus. Ad hominem tu quoque is the idea that, oh, if someone's wrong, then they're automatically just removed from all argumentation.
Wait, what?
Dan said, I'm taking logic in college and I see a bunch of fallacies, but that doesn't matter because the person you're commenting on is complete shit. It's like, yeah, but there are still fallacies involved. You can't just ignore them because the person has a lesser, viewpoint, or they can't defend themselves. Like, think about this. I think a BLACKbusterCritic is falling victim to ad hominem tu quoque and falsum in uno falsum in omnibus. Ad hominem tu quoque is the idea that, oh, if someone's wrong, then they're automatically just removed from all argumentation.
I really can't tell what he's saying there, but I'm guessing he's saying that if someone makes a bad video and they're stupid, I basically say they're irrelevant for life. Okay. Okay, yeah. If someone shows their ass, that's who they are. That's how they are. Therefore, irrelevant for life. Sure, people can change and people can learn from their mistakes and people can admit that they made mistakes. But that's not the case here with Youngblood and people like Elite Casual Gamer. People who try to retract their statements but gave excuses for what they said. Yeah, people who do things like that, yeah, irrelevant for life.
You can change your opinion about something you're wrong. Then, you also have the falsum in uno falsum.
No, it's not that you changed your opinion that made you wrong. That's not what I was talking about. People like Youngblood were influenced by outside influences to make comments, a lot of comments, to say the exact same things that he chastised in his response to everything on his own channel, on his own video. Is that not a good point? In his video, he's talking about, you guys supported, subpar trolling, blah, blah. But that's exactly what he did, too. But I'm guessing he's trying to, light shield himself or something by saying that he retracted 2 comments or whatever. But he didn't retract anything else that he did, which is the exact same thing that he criticized everyone else for doing. I might have to give Youngblood a bigger section in that downfall video.
Also an omnibus idea where it's, if you're wrong about one thing, you're always going to be wrong about everything in the world.
I never said that. Man, this guy really likes pulling this shit out of his ass. Holy shit. People call me egotistical. People call me arrogant. Holy crap. Wow. I'm a very loving person. I am. I'm a lover. Anyone I come in contact with, I'll like for a very long time. But after watching this, Man, Youngblood. I didn't think he would go this low. I never expected this. Never in my lifetime would I have expected this.
When BLACKbusterCritic told me that he won't take me seriously anymore because I, came up.
You do things like this. This is why I don't take you seriously. We talk, we chat, everything is fine or whatever, and then you keep doing things like this. This is why I won't take you seriously. Oh man.
Up there and told him PC gaming is not the only option, that meant to me that every time I say something, he'll just dismiss what I say, and that's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, all he'll do is like,
I dismiss what you say because you don't back it up with anything. You don't give me anything concrete to look at to reinforce your point to make me see it from your perspective. If you tell me that you came from the corner store and that's why you didn't come when I called you, but you have no proof that you came from the corner store, yeah, I'm not going to believe you. I'm going to think you were just ignoring me and being stupid. But if you show me a receipt from the corner store where you've made a purchase, that's concrete evidence supporting your statement. Therefore, what the hell can I say to that? Nothing. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something concrete. He expects me to just take his word for it and just roll with it, which is in fact biased. Oh, there's that word. Used in the proper way. I'm actually thinking about going to school to be a detective and going into law enforcement. Either to do, lab work, crime scene investigation type stuff. I've been thinking about that. Because I don't want to be a lawyer, I don't want to be an attorney, I don't want to be a politician. Because there's a lot of bad people in those type of, there's a lot of bad people. And if I was a politician, I would get killed. I would be killed. I'm not going to be a lawyer or an attorney and, badger people to pay off a debt. I'm not going to make those stupid calls. I'm not going to try to get someone who I know is guilty off just so I can get money, just because they're paying me to defend them. I'm not going to defend trash. And if I take that kind of stance and I'm a lawyer or an attorney, I'm not going to get any business. And I can't be a politician because my pride will get me killed. Every single person that tries to pay me off, I will expose. I will. And I will be dead. Because that's what they do. They kill people. They pay you money, and then they give you that money just to silence you. Oh man. I could not be a politician. Where the heck is my water? But yeah, I've been thinking about going to school for law enforcement. Detective work, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of good work a detective can do. Catching bad people, that's what I did as a security officer. And we basically had to be a very poorly paid police officer and detective and even jailer as well. So getting a degree in it would probably be a very good idea for me to do. I mean, there's one thing I just can't stand, and that's bad people. I really just can't stand them. I mean, I've told you guys that I am crazy. I am nuts. These people, they make me want to kill them. And BBC would have no problem, shooting a guy in the head for beating up his woman and putting his hands on a child and sexually abusing a child or someone else. I would have no problem tying them to the back of my truck and driving several miles as their body drags against the ground. I just can't stand people that do things like that. It makes me nuts. It just makes me absolutely nuts. And in my line of work, over at that complex, I've seen a lot of bad things. A lot of terrible things. I try to forget about it sometimes, but society just sucks. Holy shit. Sorry, just I've seen a lot of bad things that'll bring you to tears. I've seen a lot of horrible things. And that's one of the main reasons why I worked at that job. Because I got to put people that would abuse children, abuse women, and sell drugs and do all kinds of horrible things. I got to put them in their freaking place. And it felt so good. It felt so good. Man. Sega Saturn, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you, man. How you doing? Oh, my boss has taught me a lot of things. My bosses he was retired from the Navy. And my friend Nick, he was in the Marines. He was teaching me some self-defense stuff, which I had to use over there. Crying from laughing in a split second. It's just, the things that I've seen out there, guys, I've seen a lot of horrible stuff. Seriously. I've seen a lot of horrible stuff. I told you guys about the time where that mother, her name was Erica. She left her 2 newborn children, probably like 4 months old, in the apartment while her and her baby daddy were walking around, going to the corner store. Those 2 babies were just in there. There's no AC in that complex, none. No AC. And it's hot, really hot. One child was on the bed in the sun, just baking, just baking. It's times with things like that makes me, there's some women that do deserve to get slapped. They deserve a good slapping. We had gotten the call of some babies that were crying for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They were crying for a while, which is why the person called us. And so we went to investigate. We had one of the maintenance dudes come to open the door. Since there was no answer, we got in there. One baby was in the crib. Other baby was just on the bed in the hot sun. And it was hot. Those children were baking. I called the front booth and asked, whose apartment is this? We're in building 2431 on the 3rd floor, 301. He looked it up, and I forget her last name, but he said, Erica. It was like Erica something, and I knew Erica. I knew her. This whore is one of the girls that was always buying stuff for me, always trying to get me in her bed, would flirt with me as soon as her baby daddy turns around. And before we even made our way, me and Phil, before we made our way over to her apartment, I saw her and baby daddy walking off to the corner store. And I saw them a little bit before that too. Now, Phil's not an emotional guy. Phil is a redneck. Phil's a redneck that likes to go to the bar and drink, and he doesn't really he doesn't care about anyone that lives over there. And he would gladly shoot anyone that bothers him over there. Only thing that keeps him from shooting people is, he can get sued. But Phil was mad. I was mad. Phil was mad. And it took every bit of my strength not to cry. And I was holding one of the children too. Just trying to calm it down. Just trying. Children born to women like that, and dudes like that, in places like that. It just depresses me. It really does. It depresses me, and it kills me inside. It does. When I see 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds in my own neighborhood being used to sell drugs, that depresses me. Yeah, I'm gonna be alright. I just, that's why over there I was pretty adamant about people's boyfriends that were banned not coming back on the premises, and I was extra ruthless with these guys. There's people who are banned from that premises because, the ex-wife or the separated wife or the ex-girlfriend, are afraid. They're afraid of that person coming onto the property. We had over 1,400 people banned from that property. And every day, someone on that ban list was trying to get in. That's why, I just, if some guy, I didn't like him, and I knew he was banned, I would just hose him with my OC spray. I'd hose him down with that red spray until the police arrive. One guy, he thought he was so slick, he was real nice, he was dressed real nice, clean cut. Like, I would have never guessed this guy had anything wrong. But this guy, I told him just to pull off to the side because I had to check his ID, because there's people behind him. Every person that comes in, we have to check their ID. No one enters that premises through that front gate without getting checked first. But I told him to pull off to the side because people behind him already knew I want to let them go ahead. Sometimes it takes a minute to check the sexual predator list, the ban list, and the picture ID list on the wall. It takes a while. So he rolls off to the side, and I get his ID. I checked him. Sexual predator, sex offender, registered sex offender, banned from the property in 2001. It's 2011. He was banned in 2001. So I go back. I go back to his car, and he's got it in park and everything. And I'm like, okay, sir, here's your ID. But I dropped his ID on purpose. And as soon as he went down to get his ID, I took his wrist, cuffed it to his wheel, took the key out of his car, and he sat there until the police came and got him. Because I was there by myself. And I'm not supposed to do anything when I'm there by myself. So that was the best I could do. I've cut people to the fence. I've cut people to railing. It's pretty funny. I just went back to my booth. I called the non-emergency numbers. I got one for pickup. Like, is he cooperating? I was like, well, he doesn't really have a choice because he's cuffed to his car. That dude was mad. Never saw the dude again. And he asked me, why? He didn't even know why I did it. I didn't even tell him. I just cuffed him and went back to my booth. And then when the police got him, he's like, I don't even know why he did it to me. I don't know why I'm being arrested. Well, according to him, you're banned from the premises and you are a sex offender and you're not allowed to be on this property. Trespassing! And I think it has something to do with probation. Oh, that was a good job. Good job. And not every person on that ban list was bad. You know, definitely not. Some of them, you know, they'd come through. I'm like, hey, you know, you're banned from here. You know, you beat up your girlfriend. That's why you're not allowed to go, you know, be here. And I'm like, well, you know, I understand. I didn't know I was banned, but, you know, okay, it's cool, man. I know you're just doing your job. And they'll leave. And I'm just like, oh, cool, cool. If you don't want to stick around, young blood, I mean, we can still chat later after I'm finished with the video, if you still want to stick around. Even though, like I tell people all the time, there's not really anything to discuss. But if you want to defend yourself, I will give you the opportunity. But yeah, you know, I think a degree in law enforcement, I think that fits my profile. I think that fits my soul just right. I think it does. Yeah, maybe it's time boss nigga got a badge. Not a security officer badge, but a real badge. Well, the security job is out there in Chicago, and I'm not in Chicago right now. Plus, when I left to go to the Navy, you know, they got a replacement for me up there, like, right away. So when I got out the Navy, I could only go up there every now and then. But people who actually lived there actually worked on base, so I actually got to see a few people that I knew while I was there. And they're actually able to send messages to my friends and everything for me, which is pretty cool. But let's finish this. This has, like, what, 8 minutes left?
He'll do that, like, really gay thing where he'll say, or he'll do, like, the implying.
Have you ever been abused as a child? No. I just got a good paddling and a good whipping. That's all. Now, my babysitter, Brandy, you know, she abused me a little bit. When I was coming of age, she showed me how things worked. You know, I was 11, she was 15. I was such an abused boy. I was also abused in high school in 9th grade by my owner, which is what I referred to her as. She was my owner. I wore a collar with her name on it. Her name was Tiffany. Hottest white woman you will ever see in your life. Oh. Hottest white woman you will ever see in your life. She wasn't skinny, and she wasn't too thick. She was like right in between. She was like perfect, total perfect, just like my girl now. That perfect body. Oh, just perfect. Oh, nothing happened to her. I moved from I moved from California to Texas. My family picked up and moved. I was pissed. I was really pissed.
Thing, you know, put like that quote that you just said, Youngblood, and it'll be like, you said this, so you're wrong.
Exactly.
You fuck.
And then he has the gall to tell me that I left comments on his video whereas he leaves constant comments on other people's stuff too. So what? He can leave.
But the difference is, which he's clearly avoiding here. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. Let's all see the difference between the comments I leave and the comments he leaves. Who wants to do that? You guys want to do that? Because according to him, they're one and the same. Let's see, whose video should we use as an example? Let's try the Mystery of Things commentary. Let's see what comments I left on that one. Alright, we're going to hit see all comments. We're going to sort by thread here. Alright. Here's one that I wrote. You made this just because you believed I was being such an elitist? Regardless of how I was acting, you didn't counter a single one of my points and only revealed to everyone that you hold no knowledge about what I'm talking about. You even lied several times in your commentary. He says, tell me of when I lied. I reply, you lied about the following. The highest settings on PC games, companies being able to brick your console and handhelds now, Steam having commercials. You made comments about not being a true gamer and lesser people when I didn't say that in the video. You said that I randomly changed the subject that didn't apply to Steam when I never said the word Steam in your commentary. There's so much fail. I think I'll do a commentary on this one too. Aren't those valid comments? Aren't those valid points? I stated that he lied, and I gave him the following of which he's lied. And he says, I already told you I made a mistake about the highest settings thing. He admitted to that, and he says a bunch of other stuff, but we're not really reading his comments. Here's another one. That wasn't your only mistake. I quote, if someone doesn't agree with him, that makes them a worse person. And when game is concerned, it doesn't make them a true gamer. And the second time you mentioned the aren't true gamers is completely tangential to what I was talking about at that point in the video. I quote you from your commentary, they do not have the ability to stop your Wii, Xbox 360, and PS3 from working entirely. That is a lie. He says they don't though. That's the thing. It's illegal to do so. I reply, and this comment was marked as spam. You have to read your terms of use, terms of service, and user agreements. I quote from Microsoft's terms of service on the Xbox 360, Microsoft reserves complete and sole discretion with respect to the operation of service. Microsoft may, among other things, Section C, upgrade, modify, withdraw, suspend, or discontinue any functionality or feature of any hardware or software associated with the service. You lied again. I quoted him again. They don't though, that's the thing, it's illegal to do so. And I stated too easy. Now, let's compare actual points related to the video to things that Youngblood has said, since he wants to make this comparison that they're one and the same, and that I'm being hypocritical. It's loading, it's loading. Oh, I got this one too? Oh, man. I don't even know what this one was. Black removed his video. Black removed his commentary. It's a good thing I got this cap of all the comments area. Oh, my. I must have been so wrong. I must have been such an elitist. I must have been so biased that I made Black remove his commentary. Oh, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. Well, it's a good thing I got a backup of the comments area. But I'm looking for the one, the Ustream one, with, darn it, where is it? I know I have it. I just looked at it the other day. New folder, it's not in there. Not in here. Ah! Found it. And I saved this webpage as Youngblood and others making stupid comments. As you guys saw from the examples I gave, the comments I made were related to the video and completely destroyed his video. But let's see what Youngblood has said. You obviously don't get it, dude. You got trolled because you're so goddamn adamant about your own viewpoints that you fail to recognize anyone else for their alternate perspectives. You really are a piece of work if all you can do is appear myopic and disregard and dismiss the other opinion. A classic example of generalization. Starting arguments just so you can decimate your opinionated and lensed viewpoints makes you look arrogant and egotistical. Play the games and get over it. That comment, by the way, was hidden because it got so many negative, thumbs downs. Let's see. Let's find another one. This person says to Youngblood, facts, opinionated viewpoints. Tell somebody to stop failing to see other people's viewpoints. Tells that person to play games to get over it. Her. Youngblood replies, it's not opinionated if it's offering compromise. So Youngblood was trying to offer a compromise. This guy tells him that he's just pointing out your failed logic, and Youngblood says, no, my logic stands because you still whine and moan over trivial video game crap instead of doing something about it, such as not playing the games. I don't play the games, therefore I don't have to worry about any console stuff and any PC nonsense. Problem solved. Well, if it's that easy, then why are you worried about me? Why did all your points come from me? all he could talk about, like I read to you guys, was me and all the things that I am. Let's see. None of these really have anything to do with the video. It's just he says I got trolled, and other than that, he's arguing with people in the comments area about me. I am not superior. You're labeling yourself as someone who knows more than me because at least I don't argue over trivial nonsense. Like telling a black guy on the internet what he is, that's pretty trivial. That's even more trivial than video games. And he has like a bunch of like one-word responses to his people. You responded to me. You said you were leaving. Hypocrite. Another comment, he just writes, ugh. Either way, BBC reacted like a child in response to trolling. They're trying to get a rise out of him, and they succeeded. He said this, yet in his own video, he criticized them for supporting poor trolling. He said that. That's factual. He says, my point is fighting like little children over stupid PCs and stupid consoles makes you guys look immature and downright hypersensitive to anything anyone says regarding either. Therefore, your fighting is petty and pointless, and it serves nothing but to promote your idiotic apples to oranges comparisons concerning PC and console gaming. So that's stupid, but he's arguing with people that argue about what he calls something trivial. And of course, we have 1,000 comments from Naminator5. Oh, Nico-san. And here we have oh yeah, people have copyrighted my videos before. They've taken my videos down with DMCA's, but I'd rather DMCA because that's easy to counter. So easy. Just counterclaim. Plus, when people do that, when I counterclaim, they get a strike. Okay, oh, here's something. Here's a good one right here. Someone basically told him that when the other person's opinion is based on misinformation and illogical fallacies, they're going to get called out on it. Stop being so butthurt. Youngblood replies, misinformation? What misinformation? What misinformation? They were trolling to get a rise out of BBC. How am I being... Again, he's supporting subpar trolling, which he criticized others for. How am I being butthurt? By just stating the facts of the whole situation? He reacted poorly to a bunch of people trying to play his militant PC fanboyism. So if it was trolling, why would a troll have to take down his video? Blackguard's video is down, isn't it? And that's why I have the Blackbuster library. Because those videos do disappear. It wasn't flagged down. It wasn't DMCA'd. It was taken down by the user. And he has like a dozen more comments of talking about how cavalier I am about the PC, how I'm such a fanboy, how I whine and cry and go on and on, my fanboyism and apples and oranges comparisons. Yet he doesn't give a single example. Yet he says he's giving the facts of the situation. And this was, what, 2-3 weeks ago? And this video I'm commentating on now was just done recently. And he says that he wonders why I don't take him seriously? And why I will never take him seriously? Because for about 2 or 3 weeks, you've been consistently stupid! You have consistently given me material for 3 weeks! Look, KMR was smarter. KMR made his response video. He blocked me. And you know what he did? He ignored me. And he blocked anyone that mentioned my name. So are you telling me KMR is smarter than the commentating community? A guy who doesn't know when to use he's and his knows what to do, but all these adults just keep giving me material, just keep handing it over. Here you go, BBC. Here you go. Use this against me. I tell people all the time, I said this to Conic, I said this to Life in the Tent, I have said this multiple times, and people do not pick up on this. The more you talk to me, the more you talk about me, it all comes back to me. It all does. Your friends are going to hand over everything you said to me. They do. Because friends on the internet, they're one way in your face, well, on Skype, but as soon as you log off, they're another way. Gligar's friends are giving me plenty of stuff. They've told me all sorts of delicious things. Like how Gligar told them, don't add BBC to our conversations anymore because he records our conversations and he makes us look bad. But Gligar's a troll. He's a troll who's worried about looking bad. Look, I don't care if I cry. I don't care if I fart. It doesn't matter. I am me. I don't have to defend myself for the way I act. I am me. When I had that chat with Helsing920, he owned himself. And evidently no one from the commentary community learned from that. Because Helsing920 did the exact same thing these guys are doing. They're only worried about me and the way I act and how I talk and the way I present myself. And that's why they get owned. That's why my Helsing video got flagged. That's why my Gligar Leak Casual Gamer and the Mystery Oven Thing video got flagged. It's not some coincidence. You put 2 and 2 together, you get what? 4. I'm like a troll. I am like a troll. But a troll is like, let's use Digimon for example. Trolls are Agumons. They have no partner. They think they do. But they are still rookies. They have their tiny little fireballs that won't do anything except injure other rookies. But me, I'm a mega form. I'm a perfect form. I am a superior mode form. I am a digicrossed form. And a DNA digivolved form. I am a powerful Digimon. But I don't look like a powerful Digimon. I look like a rookie. I'm a rookie that hits like a mega. And you would never know. People think I'm like big bad Myotismon or Devimon or something like that. Like I'm taking over the entire digital world. But in this case, the heroes have lost. They banded together. That basically devoured them. Overclocked. Yeah, my Otis Mom was awesome. Crimson Wing!
Comments that I can't. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't understand that mentality.
And these dudes are just taking what he says, and they're just lapping it up like dogs. And this is the bandwagon thing I was talking about. You jump on the bandwagon simply because you don't like the way a guy acts. None of you guys contribute anything to the discussion. And once again, all you guys can concentrate on is the nigger.
Speaking of hypocriticalness, then memes, that's another thing. He's like, oh, yeah, I don't jump on bandwagons, yet he uses he uses CDI memes.
Oh my god. He's like the biggest fucking meme spewer out there. Like, look at his fucking back.
What does user memes have to do with anything? Like I said, these guys are just, they're not really saying anything.
Yeah, well, I'm not even sure if it's on there anymore, but I know in 2011 at least, he had Mushu from CDI.
Morshu! His name is Morshu. The greatest video game character ever created. And he messed up his name.
You know, from YouTube poop and stuff. That's so old, I can't even, describe how bad that is.
Dude, I once saw one of his streams where it's just him laughing at Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube poops. And I'm like, oh, wow, really? This wasn't done in 2008?
Even in the debate that I had with him, he did the whole over 9,000 power level reference.
What the fuck?
Wait, he used over 9,000? I didn't even
Okay, here's what he said. Well, how about you get a camera and see what my power level is? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, didn't he reference Pokemon too?
Yeah, but look how Youngblood failed to tell them that, well, I was talking about his aura, and I was trying to be logical and, reasonable, but my point stood from an aura that he gives off. He didn't say that, did he? That's botching the facts. And you know what? That's bias. Oh. Man, Youngblood took these guys and dragged them down with him in this video. Holy crap.
Better have a Mewtwo or a Mewtwo.
In one of his view streams, he talked about Pokemon.
Guys, a word coming to my head right now, dare I say, UFAD?
A faggot? Or it's like
This entire thing is exactly what Youngblood accuses me of, which is, false. This is basically an ad hominem video, where they're just talking about me and the things that I've done instead of referring to the things that I've said and countering my points. So it's basically 4 ass-hurt guys coming together and making a terrible video, circle jerking each other.
Say. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny because he does a lot of stupid shit, and it's weird that you never really see it until you actually pay real close attention. But yeah, he does a lot of stupid shit, and nobody really wants to touch him on it because they're like, oh, if we're going to talk about them next to him, we're going to have a sheeple of his ass pie.
That's the emperor's has no clothes kind of logic. It's like nobody wanted to point out that he's fucking doing stupid shit unless you're brave enough.
What am I doing that's stupid?
That's not everybody thinks.
Yeah, because you'll either get the sheep up your ass or you'll get Blackbuster, and he'll just forever think of you as a horrible person. You don't want that.
Not one example.
You don't want some black guy to fucking think you're a terrible person. Oh no.
Like, watch out, guys. I might put this video on his library channel.
Oh god, he mirrored a video. Oh shit. I got my videos mirrored, I don't care.
Oh holy fuck, he's gonna vilify me like Life in a 10. Holy shit.
Oh my god, he's gonna spew these at us and call us gay.
Ever since he did the whole Life in the Tent thing, I feel as though he's treating everyone as if they were Life in a Tent. Everyone. And we all know how Life in a Tent is just a weak person,
I don't make comparisons amongst the people that I own. To me, you're all idiots, and that's all I see, is that you're all idiots. You all do stupid things. You all make stupid, irrational statements. And I've owned all of you. And that's factual. No, I don't think you're Life in a Tent. I just think you're another person whose mind has been devoured by me. That's all you really are to me.
And everyone is Life in a Tent. And that's
Well, I mean, I am a proud member of the Bully Army.
I'm a proud member of the Bully Army as well.
I like to bully everyone. It's funny.
It's amazing.
Bully Army.
And for the record, I made this pretty clear on the library account why those videos are there on the library account. And Gligar has supported me once again. I had to mirror his video because why? It was going down. That's why. That's why I had to mirror it. I mirror fail videos. Just don't make a fail video. Don't make a stupid fail video. Don't! It's not hard. Just don't get caught up in a nigger.
I don't read it either.
I mean, think about it this way. Like, BLACKbusterCritic is treating every single person who disagrees with him as, oh, look at me, I'm also Life in a 10. I'm also King Morton TV. I also wear the stupid Willy Wonka glasses. It's like, not everyone on the internet is like that, BLACKbusterCritic. It's stupid. I mean, it's like if I went online...
Where is this point coming from? Of me comparing people to Life in a Tent? Where is this coming from? How do I treat people like Life in a Tent? Give me examples. This is just... wow, Youngblood. This is absolutely... I can't believe four developed human brains came together and this was created. Holy crap.
Everyone that they were subordinate to me. And, that's a stupid thing to say because it's not technically true. It isn't. And that's a stupid mentality to have. It's unrealistic and makes no sense.
And what he's going to probably respond to this is, oh, I'm trolling. And, I mean, that's just a way to cover your ass.
When have I ever used the trolling excuse? When have I ever had to retract anything? There was that time when ABC told me to watch the Facebook movie, and I told them I didn't want to because I hate Facebook. I didn't want to watch it because, a movie about Facebook couldn't be good. I watched it and it was good. Yeah, I mean, I was wrong in that sense, yes. Wow. Youngblood, and this is the domino effect. I told Youngblood this as well. I gave Youngblood the keys to survival in that conversation. I told him what he needed to do, what to avoid, yet he continues the dominoes. It started with Gligar, and they just kept falling and falling and falling and falling. And then now Youngblood gets with these guys and continues the domino effect, adding to the amount of people that I have destroyed and bored.
He knows it, but he's not going to admit it because he's got a fucking flock of sheep that's going to comment on this video.
Yes, because I need YouTube comments from other users to make my point stand.
And he's going to probably talk about this on his Ustream, and I can't wait till he fucking responds to me saying this.
I can't wait until you give us that, your undivided attention and try to fucking play us off like you did Helsing 920 and talk about how we're bleeding out of our vaginas.
You are bleeding out your vagina. 4 grown men with 4 sprites in a picture of a studio with poor edits in the screens came together in a Skype call to make a rant about a black man on the internet. All the while not making a single point about what the black man has said, and instead have attacked everything else about the man regarding the way he is in his videos, regarding what he has in his background on his YouTube channel, regarding what his fans have done. Holy crap. They have talked about every single thing except the points that I've made. That is probably the biggest example of ad hominem. Holy crap.
Stupid shit like that because, we spoke up and said the obvious shit that's in front of everybody's face, but, they don't want to admit it because either A, they're too fucking afraid to say anything, or B, they're basically some sheeple that's swinging off your ever-gaping E-penis.
Oh my god. Like, he's got the biggest ego, you could ever see.
He does.
And so, ego and power do not mix well.
God, how many Sonic brain
All while viewing old memes from 2006.
all this from Sonic brain farts, people believing he's God's gift towards man in a fucking video where he called out life in a tick.
So they make a video talking about how I'm using generalizations, and then they make generalizations.
And it made him look like an idiot, blah blah blah, which isn't that hard to do, honestly. And now,
okay, then do it. I never said I was original. People watch me for me. Because I'm nuts. I'm crazy. That's why people watch me.
all of a sudden, he thinks he's the fucking God. He thinks he's the shepherd amongst men.
I think I'm the shepherd amongst men. When I call myself a black guy with a camera. When I say the information I spill can be obtained by anyone.
Because of all the videos he did. Basically, his fucking sheep of fans has inflated his freaking ego into thinking he is the best shit since sliced bread, when in fact he's just a bigger faggot than the people he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I've been in the commentary community probably longer than...
And if I remember correctly, Youngblood said in that chat box that he is in this chat with these guys because he agrees with what they say. So essentially, Youngblood can state that if he agrees with these people, he's basically, agreeing that they can make random generalizations of what I think, when I'm the only one that can tell you what I think. And I've told you guys many times before what I think. But these people, just like the other commentators I've done commentaries on, they do the same thing. They just keep giving me more and more and more material.
Fucking BLACKbuster has, and I've been more active as well. So you know what? I'm probably the king of the commentary community, if there is a king.
Just to summarize everything that's been going on, I mean, I talked to BLACKbusterCritic on several occasions. I mean, went through text here through just conversations on Skype and everything. And really, when you get down to it, he's not a bad guy, but his ego pretty much clouds his judgment. He tells me all the time that my emotions clouded my judgment. It's like, okay, I may have left comments that say that you were an idiot and that you were egotistical. Fine, but that doesn't mean my emotions clouded my judgment. I was being honest about that.
Wait a minute.
And I only retracted the comments as a formality just so I can give you, some credibility. But I guess, retracting comments is enough.
Wait a minute. And I said that earlier in the Ustream, that he retracted 2 comments, but he still left like 20 other ones that were just as stupid as the ones that he retracted. And he made, contradictions, and he displayed hypocrisy in his own video. Holy crap, this is probably one of the biggest circle jerks I've ever seen.
Oh, I completely agree.
Emotions clouding your judgment. I guess this really is the Emperor has no clothes thing.
Wait, emotions clouding your judgment. Wait, isn't this the same guy who fucking screamed at the top of his lungs about how Capcom is killing gaming?
I agree with his points on Capcom and how Honest DLC is a ripoff, but dude, no one's gonna take you seriously and go.
I mean, yeah, okay, give me this. He had a point, but he had some points, but dude, how the fuck is anybody really gonna take what you say to heart when you're acting like a belligerent 5-year-old sitting in a fucking empty parking lot saying, "Yeah, come at me, bitches"? Come on.
Yeah.
I didn't say that at all in that video. I didn't say anything like it. I was chastising them for supporting Capcom's, business practices, and yet they attack me when I'm not doing anything to them. And the only people that seem to have a problem with what I do is this one particular group. Because tens of thousands of other people seem to understand. But this one particular group over here are the ones who are bleeding out their vaginas and circle jerking each other.
Come at me, bro. Look at my Gaston pictures and my CDI. Yeah, I'm hardcore now, bitches.
Yeah, nigga, I go to the Navy because I'm mad.
I'm gonna pony over 9,000 times.
You don't want to miss it.
And it's really sad that they all did what Gliger does. They did the same thing Gliger, Lee Casual Gamer, and the Mystery Oven did in their commentaries, which doesn't make a point. I could take each one of these fools. Well, I've already taken one of them and destroyed them. But the other 3, I'm sure they're going to see this. And if they want to chat with me, they can do that. But they're not going to do any better than Youngblood did. And Youngblood didn't do well.
He has to go to the
army, and I'm going to the army. Yeah.
I'm not going to I'm gonna go to the boot camp, and then I'm not actually gonna go.
I'm gonna go to the camp to destroy the evil organization known as Cap.
How can Youngblood sit here in this video with all this ad hominem going on But he comes to the Ustream and just screams ad hominem at me like that's what I'm doing. And even in the Skype call with him, he said I only make ad hominem attacks. When he had an ad hominem circle jerk. You know, I did have a pretty good, opinion of Youngblood before. Like, even after we had our Skype chat. Not anymore. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's basically, just like everybody else, except he uses big words. That doesn't make him smart. It doesn't make his points, valid. He just... Man.
Calm.
Oh God. You know what I think about it? He's kind of the negative version of Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but gayer.
I think he's just gay in general.
Okay, we wrapped up.
Okay, I think we need to
All in all, I have to say,
Oh, calling something gay. Man, they're late. That's so 1999. See, I could do that too. Does that mean I made a point? Well, I actually did because, that's hypocrisy. But I'm not even really going to make a response to this. I probably would have done something on my YouTube channel if they actually tried to make relevant points. But again, all they can do is circle jerk and make fun of me, which doesn't really matter.
Panic is not the same thing as acting like a dumbass at the end.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much sums it up.
They pretty much summed up how smart they were. Holy crap.
I think we're pretty much done. Yeah.
All right. Well, for all of you YouTubers out there,
That is the commentators. The commentating community, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, at least they owned me and made me look bad, right?
this has been Youngblood NSC 91, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all brighter later.
Well, gay.
And this is Loudon Styles, and we all say good day. We say good day.
Things are much worse. Much, much worse. Ah, crap. My Manicam just died. As soon as I end the video, Manicam dies. Coincidence? Okay, there we go. Now we're back in business. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, so, oh, man. Now, I don't know if those guys are part of the commentary community or whoever they are, but no, it's not a hypno. That's a target. Oh, I didn't mean to show you guys that. I was wiping off my. I had got a drink of water and I was wiping off my my face. And just because I am you know, a gamer, you know, I can't still work out. I'm pretty muscular for a little guy. Yeah, I had my shirt off because I was wiping it like this, like that. Oh, you lost 30 pounds? Oh, good on you, man. Good job. I know it's tough losing weight. I'm having problems just gaining weight. I think I'm like 5'11", I think. Yeah, I think I'm 5'11". Actually, the Navy, they had to cheat for me. Like when I dipped in, I was only 126 pounds, and that was the minimum for people at my height. They had to be at least 126 pounds. So I was trying hard, gain that weight, gain that weight. Right now I'm I think 146, but I lose weight really fast, really fast. I have to eat at least 6 times a day, or my body will just eat away at my muscles. I don't know why it does that. I mean, even now, you know, I'm probably going to go get a snack. You guys saw all I had was a cupcake. That's why you guys always see me eating. I drink 2 to 3 protein shakes a day. Where's the top to this? Where's... I am so trying to gain weight, but it's so hard. If I don't eat 6 meals a day, my body eats away at itself, which is pathetic. I don't know why it does that. 6 meals, 6 full freaking meals should be enough for one man. Anything I gain has to be muscle, and if I don't eat, I lose my muscle mass. Oh, when I was on base, they only served me 3 meals a day. And I actually got double helping sometimes because, you know, I can charm people. But man, I snuck so many snacks back to my bunk. Cookies, pudding, all kinds of stuff. And when they have bunk checks, you'll never know. They don't tell you. they don't tell you when it's coming, and here's your chance to get rid of your stuff. Oh no. They just tell you, line up in front of your rack, and you think, you know, this is a routine thing. Maybe we're going to start doing some exercise. Maybe we're going somewhere. I was in there for 2 months. More than 2 months. Like 2 months and like 2 weeks or something like that. I got a medical discharge thing. Oh, this is being recorded. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's being recorded. like the first 2 weeks of training, they're always testing you. My first 2 weeks in, we had the breathing test. They basically ask, whoever's got allergies, blah, blah, this might happen. Everyone stand over here. And so they separated those of us who had allergies. And we all went to the VA hospital, which is, nearby. You had to get into a little van to get over there. And they hooked everyone up to this machine that pumps chemicals into your lungs. Now, if you have ever had asthma, even if it doesn't bother you today, if you have asthma, ever, it's going to affect you. And that's what they got me on. I could have came back home a little after the first 2 weeks I was there, but I stayed there an extra 2 months just so that I could fight my case, so I could stay there. I was in the separation barracks for 2 months. And let me tell you, the separation barracks will drive you nuts. I really was losing my sanity in there. Yeah, I didn't really come in there with much with sanity. I wasn't really saying when I first got in. But there's a lot of, emotions and a lot of personalities in that kind of place. Some people, they're nuts. And I don't know how they even made it to the base. I can go back with a waiver. But you know what really screwed me? What screwed me was that before I went into boot camp, my mom had me go to the doctor, had him check me out, had him prescribe me some asthma medication, all this other garbage. The Navy can see all that. So here I'm telling them that my asthma isn't really a problem, but just before I got there, I went to the doctor and had more asthma medication prescribed to me. Thanks a lot, Mom. That didn't look too good. But somehow I convinced them that, it was just something he thought I might need in case, I threw it away when I got here. But my doctor prescribed it just in case, I had breathing problems. Because, it's a new area or whatever, blah, blah. I do have allergies and everything. I don't have asthma. I just have reactions to the seasons, which is basically what everyone else has, I wasn't going to be in the field. My job was a sonar tech, which means I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing now, except I would have this on, a huge headset on, listening to that was my job. And I had to repair those machines, which is why they have electrical engineering courses for that job, because you have to maintain those machines as well. So yeah, I could be listening to blips and yeah, just all of a sudden I'm dying. I don't have attacks from stress. I know where my attacks come from. If I don't have an attack in boot camp, then evidently, physical activities and stress do not, trigger my asthma. I passed my PFA with flying colors. This nigga can run, okay? They had every reason to keep me there. I scored a 92 on my ASVAB. A 92. I didn't study nothing. And I was lazy on the exam as well. It was boring. I was just when I did the practice ASVAB, I got a 90. And the recruiters were like, oh man, we got to get this guy in here. And that's why I got the, I got the sonar tech position. And that's also why as soon as I got done with sonar school, I was going to be an E4. I was going to come into the Navy as an officer. And my work ethic and, and the way I work, I would have been ranked up really fast. Oh, by the way, guys, do not tell people if you're going to advance to E4. Do not. They will get mad. I've had people that worked for like 2 to 3 years to get to E4. And here I am getting E4 as soon as I get out of boot camp and as soon as I get out of my sonar school. Ooh. And E4 is a third-class petty officer. I mean, guys, before we even get to the base, you gotta go to MEPS, which is basically where they do your physicals and everything and make sure you don't have anything that's gonna stop you from joining the Navy. Basically, you sign up with recruiters, you go to MEPS, they check you out, everything. It's a long process. When I was at MEPS, I went to the front of the line. They came to me. They wrote something on my name badge, said, you go to the front of every line in this place. You are the first for meal. I'm like, hey. I like this. Oh yeah, I definitely do. And it wasn't just me. There was a couple other guys, but we were like elite. And there was this cute Asian girl there, and I was talking to her the whole time. Like the night before. Look at this. See, I bought this for my girl. Imagine having to go into a store and buy something that looks like this. The guy at the counter is like, the things I do for my girl. Yeah, military chicks, they can be quite hot. Quite hot indeed. But when I was getting my blood drawn, oh crap, I should not have been in the jacuzzi for like an hour and a half the previous night. I was dry as a bone. This guy, he stuck me. And my veins, they pop. You will see my veins. He stuck me. And we were just waiting for the blood to flow. Just waiting. Just waiting. Nothing's coming out. I had to get stuck like 3 or 4 times. I said, you guys might have to pierce my main artery. Oh, that was not fun. That wasn't fun at all. I have no problems with needles. It's just that when they stick you 4 times, it gets a little sensitive. In fact, I still have the video of when I got sworn into the Navy. I still got that. Man, that was exciting. Boot camp was so much fun. I know a lot of people hate it, and they say that's like the hardest part of being in the military is boot camp. But I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. I don't have it with me. It's on my computer back at, Chicago.